Learning subjunti 개침부 인상 지난남에 벽에다 자주 된주 자주 고그리 때에 이내 차상아 고도야지 돈달이야 애니 인지계 이날 최고야기 경쟁도 어딘데리 신양 애니 벽을 subjunti 요리 애니 가르치는 벽에 맞게도 신양인데 티어로 랩이나 내가도 어딘데지 이제 애니 인지계 날이야 subjunti 운도 쇼고야리 어디쇼야
secular ethics education is not just for ourselves, it's for the larger humanity that we live in, because we really need that kind of, ethics. And His Holiness often talks about how modern education system in the world lacks that inner heart and mind education. So this is something we really need, not just for the Tibetans, for the greater humanity. And we truly hope this two and a half day workshop will be a nice exposure, learning experience for you, and also to connect with your own peers who share that kind of similar history background. And I wish you all the best.
My request is for you to just participate as fully as you can. We will be learning together. We're not here to really lecture, but rather we will be working with you to understand some of these very profound and really practical practices that His Holiness has laid out in his books and has taught so many years. Now this is something that has become a global program. In many countries this program is being taught. So it's a real pleasure for us from Emory University to have. Please take your seat. In your group, discuss what common identities you found as a group.
Some of the identities that came up for us were that we were a student and we were Tibetan. I think those were probably some of the more meaningful identities.
But I think one of the core things of being Tibetan is His Holiness Dalai Lama. I think he's like something that someone who we look up to.
The fact that we traveled here just for this event is very meaningful for us. Yeah.
We all have siblings. We're all, I guess, like part of a big family. He has a sister. He has a younger brother. I have a younger brother. Younger sister, I think. Only child.
Hi everyone, my name is Dawa and we are 6-member table, and just to bring a new list on the screen, out of the 6 members, 4 members are parent, that we share the common identity, and the whole 6 members from the table, we had been somehow in life as a teacher, so that's a common for all of the 6 members.
In our very complex society today, this is something that we learn a lot in this initial activity. Many students, particularly of your age, it's almost surprising, sometimes to see how we are different people. That we have different identities. It doesn't need to be one thing. It can change. Based on function, based on work we do, based on our preferences, and so forth. And
as a matter of observation, how people treat their fellow human beings, and indeed the world around them, largely depends on how they conceive of themselves. We all have many different ways of seeing who we are, and these different views influence our behavior.
Thank you. Do you agree? How we treat others and the world around depends very much on how we see ourselves. If I see myself someone who, really appreciates kindness, who values compassion, then, this is what I will expect from others. This is how I will, interact with others right? Please take a moment to reflect on this statement by His Holiness. Go inwards and think about, who am I?
If you identify yourself as a student, you're like open-minded to learn new things.
I think being Tibetan, that being your identity can help you make a difference. I think, like he said before, Tibetan, not only just Tibetan people, but I think when we listen to His Holiness the Dalai Lama's sayings, his speeches, we practice a lot of kindness and compassion just as Sea Learning does. And we teach others about kindness and compassion that can help us interact with other people in many different settings and experiences.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing that. Do you all agree that as a Tibetan, you do feel a certain sense of not the responsibility or obligation or anything like that, but a certain sense, of the opportunity for you to treat the world around in a more aligned with His Holiness's vision, that is with kindness, compassion.
We can identify ourselves as refugees or children of refugees. We can't take our life granted because there are a lot of people out there who want to live the life that we're living.
Wow, that's profound. That really is. It gives you a sense of empathy for others who are refugees, who are struggling in life.
The way we identify ourselves has such a powerful grip on us and how we interact with others, how we feel in a situation, what kind of emotions we experience in a setting, and how we relate with others, our actions. These are all, deeply influenced, and often we are not aware of that. And this awareness that is one of the skills that we want to cultivate in Sea Learning, right? To be aware of yourself, to be aware of your thoughts, your emotions, your tendencies, your mental habits, right? Your mental models. We all have that, and they are, constantly influencing us, right? So we want to, utilize what's already in there. In order to do that, we have to be aware of it, right? So this is one of the skills or dimensions that we want to cultivate in Sea Learning.